Hi Pisces, how are you? I have to say, Pisces, I am so excited. I have been studying your house, your 12th house. I'm in my 3rd week in it, in my astrology book series right now. I've got another 2 weeks to go. And wow, I likened your house to being in a cruise ship. And it's so, I'm coming to such a, I have a Pisces mind. I have a Pisces Mercury. And my moon is affected by Pisces. The season of Pisces. It's in Aquarius, but there's an overlap. The way I do chart work, because I mix tropical with sidereal. But also my South Node is in Pisces. And what else? No, I think that's it. But it's enough to have a Pisces mind. So understanding that you are all houses and you are all signs, and that you can take on the characteristics and the personalities and the concerns of every house and every sign. And then I found out that all of my 12th house placements, all of my Neptune and Jupiter placements, if you look at the pattern of the cycles of Neptune, the years of your life that are affected by Neptune cycles, and the years of your life that are affected by Jupiter cycles. So with Jupiter, it's like multiples of just under 12, right? It takes Jupiter just under 12 years to orbit the sun. And Neptune, mine just under 14 years, so multiples of 14, or just under 14, between 13 and 14. If you look at what happened in your life in those years, mine are all tied to my sun. Everything is so much about my sun, and all these necessary things that had to happen in order to ensure that he was born. It's just fascinating. It's so fascinating. And so the idea of others, the idea of what Neptune and Jupiter are in the 12th house, what the 12th house is about, and that it can be very much about somebody else's story who's connected to your story, and you're ensuring that their story happens exactly as it should. So that's just like beyond, it's so emotional and amazing and everything to find that. So here we are, and we're coming up for the summer solstice. I'll get right into the reading. I've brought out the Lenormand. It's the first time I've worked with these. I've had them for over a year. I've been taking my time with them. Normally, like, you'd use all, like for a large Lenormand spread, of course, you'd use all the cards, and it's all about context. It's all about how they configure together and how things are relative to each other. So however they come out, I'm not going to use them as oracles per se, but as different kinds of messages that we'll get into and mix with the Morgan Greers. And we'll see. I'm looking for what you need to be paying attention to during summer solstice, or right after summer solstice, like in this 2-week period coming up, right? But pivotal too. And so let's just get right into it, but I'm just so excited to finally beyond intuitively understand, because it's not enough to intuitively understand. I need to articulate and know, like my 12th house is in Libra and Scorpius, and so when I hit my 12th house energy, and when it hits me, it's all technical, it's all legal, I have been dealing with so many legal cases, so many legal situations, so many injustice situations the past couple of weeks since starting on the 12th house studies. And it's because it's like, not only is my 12th in Libra, but my 7th is in, I'm in my 7th right now. So like wham. And so the idea that it's all ethereal, the idea that it's all muse energy, it's all creative energy, it's all psychedelic energy. No, it is all energies, and then specifically wherever your placements are. And so that's just like, I don't know how I could have been so stupid. I feel really stupid. But it's nice to learn very quickly. So, and the thing is I've had so many Pisces very close to me. My mother is very strong Pisces. My partners tend to be very, very Pisces. And so I was, looking at it through those experiences. And it's, people can't always show you the truth by who they are, right? You get pieces of it, but no, you have to actually look for the, here we go. A whole stack. I'm taking reversals. Now this makes sense because of how much goes on in a Pisces life. I found two astrologers who are extremely good at understanding and explaining Pisces. Roshan Sylvia and KRS Astrology. Can't remember his name, but I will find out. But they're both on YouTube and they're both amazing. Okay, look at all these reversals. Okay, so there's a move that's on hold that stopped. Storks are, getting somewhere safe, but movement, change of location. We have a 17 there, so that's an 8. So strength and infinity and proving yourself to yourself. We also have Queen of Hearts, so Queen of Cups. So that would be possibly your own energy right there. Then we have the dog, the loyal friend. Somebody not being a loyal friend. Somebody being disloyal. Somebody betraying you. Somebody not having your back, at least. Now, either they've been disloyal or you've lost them. They've gone. They might have moved away. We have a 9, so that's proving yourself to everyone else. We have the 10 of Cups. We have happiness. We have the South. No, God, the South Node. That's 10 of Swords. We have the North Node. That's what the 10 of Cups is your North Node. Knowing the opportunity to get somewhere. So, going somewhere and the opportunity to get there are both in the reverse and involving somebody else. And then we have the Scythe, so a harvest time, and it's in reverse. I need my hands on the table, but interesting that I have my hands between my legs and I'm rocking, and I don't think I've ever done that in a reading before. Because I've always been mindful of making sure that there's something expressive happening on the table for the camera. So there's now the Scythe can happen suddenly. It's a harvest, like it's the harvest time. It's whatever was growing, right? You can't have suddenly more. You can't harvest what wasn't grown and but it won't be yielded. Yes, so it is what it is, and it could be either somebody taking from you, denying you, the loss of what was grown, the loss of an accomplishment. It's somewhere between a Knight of Swords energy and Death energy, right? Like something happened fast. Gemini had something taken from them. And then the person that took it from them, God pulled their strings and played them against themselves. Where we have a 10 of completion, and I think the King of Swords in reverse. So somebody, if this King of Swords or Knight of Swords, so possibly an Aquarius or a Libra, maybe a Gemini, possibly is the person who's been disloyal, or just somebody who's abusive, who says very cutting things, very controlling, mean. Could be anybody, any sign. We have birds, we have gossip, we have slander, we have saying things about you behind your back here with the birds in reverse. Or at least not nice communication. But no, usually like lots of talk about you behind your back. A lot of people involved, or enough people involved anyway. 12 and a 3, so that 12 to 3 is manifestation. 12 also being one of your numbers. And 7 of Swords. Yes, so a transformation in communication, a transformation in who you talk to, but it's in reverse, so it's going back to the 6 of Swords. So you need to save, 6 of Swords, which would be a safe passage. Again, echoing these storks. And then, of course, the Star card, which is a 7, another transformation, and basically feeling, you know, optimistic and that there's progress and protection. Very similar to the Star card in Tarot. And with it, we have the 6 of Hearts, the 6 of Cups. So a gift from the spirit guides that is interrupted, leading back to the 5 of Cups. So there's regret, there's just heartbreak, there's melancholia, maybe some toxic behavior, but we're just into Scorpio energy with that. This is Scorpio energy. For me, this is Libra energy. Others would put it as Aquarius energy. But then, no, so, but for me, it is Libra. And so it's a sense of injustice, absolute injustice there. This is very heavy. Of course, how could it not be? Lots of, and you are having, actually, you're having cups come through for you. And Cancer and Scorpio are not. They're very much stuck in Swords, particularly, and earth energy, and more so for Scorpio, a lot of fire energy. But the ending of interference. So now we have 5 cards on the table. Necessary change. Necessary change. What an interesting result. And the first time that I'm using these cards, and I've been nervous about it. Leo energy, your pride, the transformation leading to completion of this wand cycle. So we're going back to the 6 of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. Acknowledgement, fame, you know, like pride. People acknowledging who you are and what you've accomplished. Yes, cheering you on, listening to you, watching you, appreciating you, giving you your due, right? 5th house energy of expression. So now, is this has already all happened. So what's going to happen? What does Pisces need to pay attention to? God, these are just... Oh, I feel like another paragraph might come out. But what does Pisces need to pay attention to for summer solstice? And then how do we turn things around? Because it would be nice to turn this around. It would be nice to turn these around. Even it would be nice to turn them all around. Okay, so between the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, we are in Virgo energy, Hermit energy. Like anybody else would put this as Taurus energy, but for me, it's 6th house energy. So it's the necessary change that we're stuck on between the stability of the 4 of Pentacles, but then the guardedness, right? Making sure you're in the right sandbox. And then the 6 of Pentacles, the gift, the material world gift to help you transform in your career, in your work, to who you're going to be, who you're charted to be. Yep, a paragraph. I knew it. But a shorter paragraph than it could have been. Okay. All right. Lots of Gemini here. Well, not lots. 2 of Gemini. Now we've got 2 pages facing each other. We have a Gemini versus a Cancer here. How am I saying that's a Cancer? Okay, it's bedtime. We have a Gemini versus what I would say is a Taurus. Others would say it is a Libra. Oh my God. Okay, how am I getting it wrong? No, I'm not going to blame it on Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde just does not affect me that way. No, there's a reason I'm getting it wrong. What did I say? First, I said Cancer and a Libra. So there's a misidentification of this Taurus. There's perhaps not knowing who you're up against. And there are a lot of people to choose from. However, we have this Lover's card in reverse in between these 2 pages. In between this Gemini. Now this is one of my favorite cards, because this page, he knows, I think he's basically the smartest card in the deck. He's got the mobility, he's got the independence, he's got the, you know, he's still got, even if it's willful oblivion, he's still exercising a level of free will that a knight and a king and a queen cannot exercise, because they're stuck. They are stuck in their roles. This guy, he's still, you know, he understands, but at the same time, he's going to take leeway. She, and so they know everything. They love to be underestimated. They love to pick their moment. Yes, they're very guided, very psychically guided, to get all the right information and to be just on time for things, right? And to show up when somebody needs to show up, to know exactly the thing that nobody wants them to know, that kind of thing, right? So things get leaked to this person. Things get leaked to this person. Just like right now, when a reading leaks information to you about your situation that somebody would rather you not know. Ethics card, but in this deck it's such a beautifully, you know, it's a straightforward relationship card. But if it's down to ethics, if it's down to knowledge, it does represent the house of knowledge, right? The 3rd house. And we're dealing with, this is the standoff. This is the standoff in this 5 of Pentacles situation. They're both in the upright. They both think they're right. They're facing off with each other. We've got sirens blaring because there's an emergency. So it's possible that you have the wrong person in mind for who's betraying you. Because this person is offering something in good faith. The timing is off. I mean, we have the only major arcana here. Now, if it was about Gemini season, we're starting to enter Cancer season, but the sun is just entering Gemini. Again, sidereal. If you go to Sky Safari or Stellarium. Okay, right. Well, that's nice. I think that's pretty much all we need to know. High Priestess energy. So God, the feminine aspect of God is wisdom. Venus, she's intervening. And she's going to be intervening, and she's going to be handing down in the material world. Not just in your head, not just in your head. Look at all this time that I'm not expressing with my hands. She's going to be manifesting something in terms of a formal decision. And that's what's coming through. Very interesting. I'm trying to think of... Well, I don't know that this is connected to the other readings for you. So we have Libra energy, but 7th house energy, which has everything to do with partnerships, yes. So something's going to be put to right. Something's going to be put to right. Any final... I feel like that's almost the final word. That there isn't more to know right now. Except that it's not the final word. Okay, final word is there is somebody who's troublesome. There's a fox. There's a fox. Now this 9 of clubs, this is a twofold message for me, because the 9 of clubs is somebody, one of my spirit guides. The first one that got me into cards, spoke to me through cards, spoke to me through the 9 of clubs, and made sure that, and I went to look, if you go to thecardsoflife.com, this came through for, I've only just done Cancer and Scorpio, so who did it come through for? One of them. If you want to go to thecardsoflife.com and look up their list of, if you go to the 9 of clubs, it'll give you a short list of some people who are 9 of clubs. But this is, so what the card tells me based on my personal history with cards is that there is trouble and there's also somebody watching out for you. There's somebody in your life who, if they're not a 9 of clubs, they are being advocated for by my 9 of clubs, who is very protective, who always shows up and sends me a message, sends me a signal when it's time for me to exit a situation. And she was very much connected to crime investigations and being very wise about people. But I'm not going to say who she was because I don't want to color the reading for you. You do have friends. You do have friends, Pisces. So there's something about, I don't know if it is a Gemini and a Taurus. It might be. But we do have student energy here. We have young energy. We have amateur energy here. Let's say a fair bit of free will energy. There's naivety here. There is good intention. I would like one more card about this Lovers in reverse, though. Is it over completely? I guess it is. I don't know. Or was it a matter of timing? Another paragraph. Okay, so for me this is more Libra. This is somebody not being protective, but also not... This is somebody possibly saying sharp things, being mean, being cutting, being harmful, acting too fast. I mean, I know that the Knight in upright acts fast, but it can be for the best, yes? So this is somebody who is, again, right? It's echoing. Somebody's disloyal. Somebody has been doing, hurting, you know, like it's just, it can come fast, but it is charted. It is what it is. Like I said, this can bring sort of Knight of Swords energy to it. and death energy. And so if we have a situation that wasn't safe, but we have, it was best not to go with this person. We do have proving yourself to everyone in Swords energy. I have, this would be Legacy energy, Aquarius energy for me. And using extreme intuition, but all levels of thinking. But it's leading, it's going back to that Eight of Swords. So the, which is for me the Houdini card. The person who appears to be trapped, but is going to absolutely... Sorry, this could possibly be somebody dying. It's happened to me before with this card, where it turned out that the instability in the 4th house, the instability, and with 4th house, you're looking at riding waves, you're looking at your environment, and having a very strong, like a zero tolerance policy in 4th house for toxic behavior. Ultimately, anything affecting, anything that comes under the rule of 4th house and the moon will be worked on through your life until to meet that zero tolerance policy. And the sooner you get on board with that, the better. But so yes, somebody in your, possibly in your family, or somebody as a spirit guide is a problem. But we're going back to the 3 of Cups, and I want to say, because the justice is coming through in this world, it's somebody in your family. Or I've been waiting for interference to stop from somebody in my hallway for several minutes. They've just been very close by. It could be somebody that lives close to you. It could be a proximity thing of close to your home. I'm going to add that. Again, because this is suggesting physical location. I had to stop for a day. This is the next night that I'm finishing this up. So this could actually be someone just close to your home. I'll try to put that in the title because I realize I'm just getting that now. Could be a neighbor. And therefore the immediate surroundings are a problem. Okay, Pisces. I'll end it now. I'm still Lovers in reverse. Garden. Well, that's lovely. Scorpio got this in reverse and I turned it around for the messy outcome. So this is publicity. This is good publicity. This is doing well in public. This is being safe, being well received, popular. And that's what the justice is bringing. Excellent. So this is post. I mean, I realize we're in summer solstice right now. And oh, there goes one candle needs replacing. But yeah, okay. So this is post. This is in the energy of the summer solstice. Okay, and then I will be back in 2 weeks, Pisces. Much love. Much love. Okay.